Keep us on target. Let us know about that supernova science.
Stay on target. Stay on target.
Luke, you've turned your targeting computer off.
It's
You okay?
okay. Oh,
Fucking Porkins every single time. I watch the movie hoping he won't die, but he just does every time.
yeah. Someone needs to make an edit where Porkins actually does the run. Kills the
Just have Porkins in the background of like a shit ton of scenes in the other two movies.
yeah.
Porkins is like the background, like ah.
Episode 4 Porkins edit. Do it. Someone hit that up. That will get a
Young
million views.
Porkins in episode 3.
Well, I mean, they did have the Porkins run, the Porkins belly run.
Young angsty Porkins.
It's a training technique they teach their pilots now. It's called the Porkins belly run.
I have no idea what you're saying. Porkins belly rub. That's a literal thing.
Porkins belly run.
Yep. No, I got it.
Yep, it's a real thing.
It's first mentioned in Star Wars The Force Awakens visual dictionary. Cannot believe this is a real thing.
What are we looking at?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. Let's go ahead and get started. And
I'm really
Get
crunching on
started
some
in here.
food, but I'll be muted when I'm making noise. Hopefully.
well,
Yeah.
fortunately, I think it's your turn, Wreckage. Right? Virgil
yeah?
just went.
Am I next after the scene leader?
Yep.
Yeah, and our new focus is the mutant coalition, or whatever it's called. Organization of Mutant Able Persons.
The Mutant Coalition sounds so much better, by the way.
Yeah, that could be like the next the renaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stephanie shows up and rebrands them. Like, guys, you need to be called the Mutant Coalition. It's like so much stronger.
Yeah, she works for them now.
Yeah, you could shorten it to like MC, and then you
Yeah,
could put
like,
like
MC. You could
and
tell,
then you
like
could
put
have,
it on
like,
a ring and everyone could wear one.
so you could be like MC Hammer and MC Lancelot and MC.
Are we live? Are we ready?
Oh, we're
That's right.
live. We're waiting on you, bud.
Okay. I was wondering if we were talking, and yeah, I was off.
Yeah, like,
All
of course we're ready.
all right. So I'm going to do an event. I'm going to talk about. Let's see. Let's move it down here.
Yes?
I'm typing it out. Hold on. I was trying to figure out the wording in my head in a moment of peace and quiet.
We got an audience, man. You gotta say
I know.
it. Say it
All
out
right,
loud.
so-
Work your way
Things
through it.
too. Yeah.
All right, so we're going to talk about how the MDR's failed mutant suppression
Propaganda.
campaign culminates. Nice word.
Mhm.
In an event known as
The suppression.
XJ,
X
We'll
Day.
Be back in a second.
a hugely successful cross-country mutant rebellion.
Okay. Cross country rebellion, like peaceful.
Most rebellions aren't peaceful.
I don't know. I mean, you could have like a peaceful walk or a power demonstration or something.
Just imagining someone going into Jose Bin Laden's office and being like, "Sir, they're marching," and he's just like, "Well, just shoot them or something."
I mean, like, for example, if they get enough support, then maybe it'll, like, turn the tide of everything.
Okay. You're set with this wording, Wreckage?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Dave, you're next.
So I can pick something in this tree, in this line, right?
You can pick anything anywhere. It just has to be related to mutants using their powers to
Okay.
rise above.
Uh,
Last thing I heard was a ripoff of X-Men.
something maybe along the lines of mutants getting scripted.
By who? The Organization of Mutant-Abled Persons, or by the MDR?
Huh. I want to try and maybe do a scene or something
Okay.
where like
Remember that a
M-
scene has to be within an event. It's got to be related to something
Under.
on the board.
okay.
You can set up an event for a scene next time you go around.
That's true. But that scene would still have to relate to whatever the new topic is.
This game is so confusing. I don't know. The event would be that the MDR is opposed to using mutants in their forces, and that led to the downfall of them after they literally could not compete with their super.
That could be underneath the Organization of Mutant-Abled Persons founded as a scene. Like they're founded, and then the reaction is that they're refusing to use mutants. If you want to do a scene of it.
No, an event's good.
Okay.
So
You want to put that event in the timeline.
it would be after the X Day thing, right?
Okay.
So their reaction to it wasn't what it should have been. Would you say that's a negative or a positive?
That depends. You have to look at this from the overall perspective of humanity, right?
Sure.
So is the MDR rejecting mutants a good thing or a bad thing?
I mean, it's a good thing for humanity as a whole because they don't have a dictator anymore.
Well, there's still a dictator. He's just not dictator of the mutants.
Yeah. I don't know. That's a tough one.
I'd say it's a good event.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so MDR refuses to use conscript mutants into their armed forces. Because of this, they need other means of catching up.
It works perfect for me.
Okay, someone else's turn now.
Did you click off of it so that it'll
Yep.
finish typing it?
Yeah.
Yep, I see it.
Okay. Excellent. I'm up next, and I'm going to make an event underneath that. And this is an event where the MDR begins exiling. Oops, that's Reigns. Begins exiling and deporting all mutants into OMAP care, lessening their own resource needs while greatly taxing OMAP funds and
Reserves?
reserves. Get wrecked, OMAP. MDR is just like, we don't need you, mutants. get the fuck out. And the OMAP's like, whoa, shit, we can't handle this. That's right, last gasp of the MDR. They're fighting back.
Is
Suck
it
you
already
kids.
established how much land they've taken over?
Not really.
They have to have at least from Mexico City to Kentucky. So
I mean, like, if
we know that they were looking at Orlando, but we don't know that they got there.
So, is it worth mentioning then maybe that we have to decide how much land they took before the birth thing happened?
No.
Nope.
That's not how the game works.
We can if we want to do it as a scene somewhere, but someone would
Because,
have to-
like, the population from that small expanse of land.
It's not that small.
Well, I mean, like,
Mexico to Kentucky is quite a large.
Didn't you say South
Mexico,
America
Kentucky
as
is
well?
gigantic.
What?
yeah, but that's not like all livable regions, right? Like,
No,
Yeah, it is.
it's not all livable regions.
I mean, they probably have like
Only
farms and stuff, so the population isn't like the same as.
Listen, it doesn't matter. Like, we've established a scene we've established an event that says this does tax the reserves of OMAP. Why and how is not actually important, because if you want to define those things, when you're in control again, you can define those things.
Yeah.
Okay.
I couldn't change everybody messing with the MDR, but the MDR can strike back like an evil empire, clenching its greedy fists into its pockets, desperately attempting to keep the coin from bleeding.
I just wanted to clarify because I've never played this game before. All right.
Excellent.
All right.
So
That's
now Virgil can do another double tap. As
Wait,
the
how come
lens,
he gets to do two things?
because
he's
he
the
was the one
lens.
who started.
And Arthur was the lens last time, and he got to do two things at the start and at the end.
Didn't Virgil do
I don't-
this one?
Yep.
Yes, he's the lens. So he started
Oh.
with two, and he ends with two.
Right, and then I get to do the legacy scene.
And then Arthur does the legacy scene.
Yep.
And then next, who's the next lens?
Next lens is wreckage.
So then I'll do two at the beginning and two at the end, and Virgil will do the legacy scene.
Okay.
Okay.
And then you will be the last lens, Dave. I mean, technically, we can keep playing forever,
No, we're not.
but we're not going to.
Okay. Fair enough.
We're not playing forever.
Let's see here. I'm thinking that OMAP has some type of breakthrough with like weather control.
Like a super powerful mutant is born?
Yeah.
Or
Sort
like
of.
comes into her powers or something?
Yeah, sort of, mahogany goddess.
Yeah.
White hair, white eyes.
Yeah, we could call her like Hail or something.
No, maybe like.
Obviously, they're going to call her El Nino.
La- her name is La Nina because that's the feminine form.
I don't
Get
get
wrecked,
it. I'm
fools.
sorry.
Get wrecked. That was amazing, and you know it.
I don't understand that. I'm sorry.
It's an American thing. It's a weather thing that happens every few years.
El Nino
in
is
Mexico.
a weather phenomenon that's happening this year.
Oh yeah.
There is also a La Nina, I believe. That is a different weather phenomenon that happens like every 2 years or
Well,
something.
thanks for elaborating on that. I appreciate it.
Don't you question my choice of words, big Super X?
All right, and she starts like restoring lands by like sequestering radioactive materials and
Oh,
Well, now you have to do a
Being
nested
healthy.
scene under that.
you can play the Mahogany Goddess. Flying in and removing radiation from New York City. The only place
Fallout
that's
through
ever
the
get
fallout, baby.
affected in Boston.
Okay, so then I nest a scene underneath. And let's see, the question can be something like,
Why is she mahogany?
like,
She's literally made out of mahogany wood.
She's wood, yeah.
It's one of
Yeah.
her unfortunate ancillary mutations. Doesn't actually affect. It's like how what's his face has like silver hair or whatever, but also speed, and it doesn't matter.
Silverhead and speed. It's
The
because-
silver hair obviously does not ever come up.
Because he can sprint really fast, the color just drains out of his hair.
Who are we talking about? Quicksilver?
Shh.
I don't know.
Avoiding copyright infringement by not saying anything, specific.
Okay.
No names.
His name was Luke
Professor
Skywalker.
X.
What?
What?
Magneto.
They're coming. The copyright lawyers.
Deadpool.
They're here already. They're knocking on my door.
Wolverine. Spider-Mans.
Oh God, they're taking everything. Everything in my house.
So talk us through this, Verge.
Yeah, okay, so it's going to be a scene where the question is asked, what unexpected side effect of the weather control is discovered by the MDR? It takes place again in Mexico City with the commanding officer, a science consultant, and a double agent.
Science consultant is Stephanie. Like, oh my god, guys. Have you seen these
Listen,
numbers? The quantum
I have a double major,
fluctuation
okay?
rates.
The double
I know
major.
people don't take me seriously, but I double majored in social media studies and in astrobiology.
Quadruple media.
Astrobiology.
Yeah, it's the term for mutants. It's the
Astro.
term for
Okay, I can
science.
almost accept that. That sounds like the kind of bullshit a comic book would use. Astrobiology. Now, what we should really be
Astrobiology.
talking about is how when she uses her powers, all of these Taco Bell nachos start glowing. It's so weird.
Okay, so I can play an ancillary character.
Ancillary is our word of the day.
So what are the
Dave's
characters in
actually
this one?
butts.
It's the commanding officer of the MDR, an MDR science consultant, and a double agent for that works for the
Fucking
MDR.
Virgil. Every time he sets up
Yeah.
a scene, he's like, the other three people have to play specific characters. I'm gonna play an ancillary
I'm not
character
sure-
in the background.
Yeah. I can watch you guys role play.
Dance for me, puppets.
Dance!
My little ones.
Dance! Would anyone care to dance?
Alright, my character is going to be the commanding officer, but he's the commanding officer of sanitary. So,
Well, Wreckage
That's
picks
up to you.
first.
okay.
Can you do me a favor, Virgil?
Mhm.
And click off of your thing so that it actually reads like what we need it to read like?
Yeah.
Thank you, buddy. Alright. Is the MDR a double agent? Which way does that go? Is he the double? Is
Is he a triple agent? Oh,
where does his loyalties actually lie, and who?
The MDR owns the double agent.
so
So
is
it
he,
is.
so
he
is he
is
a
loyal to
double
the
agent
MDR.
on the MDR side, but is he telling them that he's a double agent, but he's actually a triple agent working for the other guys as well? Like, I don't...
Listen, I understand
No, it's a-
perfectly. I choose the MDR science consultant.
F&A.
It's just
Listen,
a
if you
double
want it
agent.
to be Stephanie, it'll be Stephanie. But
No, I can't tell you what to do. I'm just saying, if you don't pick Stephanie, I will.
okay, well, I don't want Stephanie to be in this scene if it's not me, so I'll make her Stephanie.
I'm going to be...
Wait, so
Wait, who chooses now? Is it Dave?
It's Dave.
Okay, Dave. Science consultant's chosen, but you can still be the commanding officer that you wanted to be.
No, I'm gonna be double agent.
Rico Suave. No
Yeah.
one will ever suspect that you're secretly Mexican.
No, I'm gonna be the commanding officer. Actually, I'll be the commanding officer, and I will be. What was his son's called?
you said you had a fresh one though. It could be the youngest son.
Yeah, it could be the youngest son.
Yeah, right. He's gonna be. No, it's the second oldest. It's the second oldest because I have a. Whose turn is it after this one? Is it my turn after this one?
No,
Right.
it's Wreckage.
Okay. Yeah, second oldest. What was his name? Chavez?
Chavos was the oldest.
Chavez, yeah.
Okay, you'll be Chavez.
Chavez.
He's the current head, I guess, because Yeah, his daddy is dead as fuck.
All right, Arthur.
So I need to be someone who is pretending to be an American, but is actually a Mexican agent. Correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, actually, well, you could also, I think, because of the context, you're actually pretending to be an OMAP.
Yeah, you work for MDR. You are a double agent that's been nested.
So
inside
I'm an
OMAP.
MDR agent pretending to be an OMAP agent inside the OMAP organization, right?
Correct.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you could be reporting back or being sent out because of something.
My name is Jim Michaels from Ohio.
Jim Ohio, then.
And that's how you introduce yourself. My name is Jim Michaels from Ohio.
Hi guys. Name
His
is
last
Jim
name is
Michaels
Michaels.
from Ohio. What
His
you
last
don't
name is
know is that
actually
my name
Michaels.
is actually Jose Miguel.
Miguel.
No, his last name is Michaels from Ohio because
From
that's what.
Argentina.
Where you
from, Alright.
Michaels from Ohio?
Talk us into
what's
the
your name,
scene,
Dave?
Verge.
Okay, so we'll
Chavez bin Laden.
Chavez, and you are actually Jose. Okay.
the scene is like the three of you are being led by probably by Stephanie through like a series of corridors that are just made out of like hanging plastic sheets, and you come into a room where people are wearing like basically the outfits in Back to the Future, like that they have.
Wait, what? Marty McFly?
Yeah, not like the radiation suit.
Wait, just say radiation suit.
Yeah, but it's the funny looking one. And there's like steam like blowing out of some vents. But then there's just like a couple regular computers, and that's all that's in there. There's like nothing weird at all. It's just Stephanie's office.
Plastic is so feng shui.
Yeah.
And these men are my special assistants.
Yeah, we don't get anything on the walls with all this plastic in the way.
Okay. All right. Thank you for coming.
Hi, I'm
Miss-
Jim
Mr.
Michaels from Ohio.
Yeah, thank you, Jose. We know that you're very good at your American accent. Now, Jose, would you please stand up on the table?
Stephanie, I really prefer that you call me Jim. I just really need to stay in character. I'm taking a vacation down here to Tijuana. I pronounced
right,
that right for an American. Tijuana.
Thank you. All right. I'm sorry, Jim. Jim, would you please lay on the table?
Jim lays down on the table.
Mr. Bin Laden, Jim has been embedded with OMAP for some time now, and he has worked very closely with their weather controlling mutant.
Yes, I know this one.
So when he came down to his vacation to Tijuana, we gave him his routine physical, and we discovered something very shocking and startling.
I take the cigar from one side of the mouth to the other and just like inhale and just like ash it on the table that he's laying on and is like, please continue.
So, I double majored in astrobiology. I study mutant powers. The thing about mutant powers is they aren't necessarily what you think they are just because they do a thing, right? So this weather controlling mutant, she doesn't actually control weather, okay? She controls molecules.
Why are you telling me this?
A side effect of...
One of the assistants like walks up and puts like a tray full of like metal things down.
So, and Stephanie starts sticking metal things to Jim.
Oh, hey
And-
there, don't you know? I'd really appreciate it if you just gave me a warning before you did that, huh?
Yeah, okay. Just hold on a second. As you can see on the monitors, various parts of Jim's body have been subtly altered by being in proximity to the weather control. It's actually quite frightening. When you take a look here, and here, and here, you'll see various forms of cancer. But that's not the worst part, because the cancer isn't even terminal. Okay,
When
it's
you
like
say cancer, I blow like a massive puff of smoke into your face or whatever.
that's not even the worst part. Okay, if you take a look here, you'll see Jim's DNA profile from before he was sent out on assignment and after. Sir, close proximity to the weather controlling phenomenon slowly changes normal people into mutants.
Dun dun dun. Oh, sorry, ma'am. I was just wanted to give you the
You should turn
visual
off your
aid.
your phone when you're in
Yeah,
these
I'm
meetings.
so sorry. Oh my god. I'm also the social media consultant. I have to stay connected to Twitter at all times.
Commander Bin Laden, sir.
What
You
is
know,
it?
I know that mutants are outlawed here in the Mesoamerican Democratic Republic. That's why I'd be honored to continue to serve my country by infiltrating OMAP and assassinating some of its leaders, including what I like to call the Mahogany Witch.
Here is the problem that I have with you, Jim Michaels from Ohio. Like, take another puff of smoke and I blow it out, and it's like, you know, we have a zero tolerance policy when it comes to mutants.
Mutantes.
Yes, sir. I know that we exile and deport all mutants into OMAP care. That's why I'm saying you send me back. I'll make sure to just start killing as many as I can.
Yeah.
You will
sir,
never be
this is-
welcome back in this country.
I
Your
understand,
name
sir.
will be removed from all records.
I understand, sir.
This is the mathematical analysis on how long it will take for all humans currently alive to become mutated.
Whoa! Wow. Let me break that to somebody. Can you give? You're a horrible assistant. Okay, I'm trying to have bedside manner here and like break it to him gently, and then you just fucking blurt it out like that.
I think we need to be frank with them. They're talking about exiling each other.
There is no
Mutated.
Frank here. Only Jim from Ohio.
Hi.
We need to beat them from Ohio.
Listen, sir, I've taken a comparison of all of my staff's and all of your personnel's DNA profiles from several months ago and now. It's not as severe as with Jim, but there are subtle alterations that suggest that over a long period of time, this weather controlling phenomenon will eventually turn all DNA patterns into mutant patterns.
Jim, I leave you with one final request.
Of course.
Kill that mahogany witch.
It will be done. Commander Bin Laden, sir.
And fill out this form before you leave. It's like, have you been
The scene
shooting
ends.
lasers out your eyes, freezing things that you touch, floating
Have you
above
noticed-
the ground?
Have you noticed an uncontrollable appetite? An ability to swallow physical solid objects?
Call this number for help.
All right.
The number
so the
is a
answer
direct
is-
hotline to the MDR death squad.
Yeah. So yeah, the answer
you see,
is that
MDR
it-
death squad,
born
man,
mutants.
please inform me of the nature of your mutant abilities.
We will send a correctional officer to your domicile as soon as possible. In the meantime, please enjoy this break music. Oh, it's soothing. I like this song. Fucking
All right.
walls getting kicked down. And shut him! He's running away.
Okay, I need to make a legacy, and I think I know exactly what it's going to be. Despite your best efforts to shift the storyline in one direction, I'm going back in the other direction.
What direction?
The legacy is that the MDR begins a massive undertaking to purify their bloodlines of the mutant threat, working with the MDR Science Division to protect its populace.
I don't know what you're talking about. That was all about the MDR.
Yeah,
Arthur.
it was. It was about
Was
the
there no
MDR
distinction?
eventually all becoming mutants, but now the legacy is the MDR.
They try and fail.
The legacy is that the MDR Bloodline Project begins.
The MDR Bloodline Project. Love the title.
All right, Wreckage.
Nicknamed Old Blood.
I hate to say it, but you're in control now.
All right.
You
Stephanie
failed me for
has
the
a-
last time, Admiral.
Stephanie
Virgil.
has a birthday. It's
Wait,
really
wait.
good.
You are in command now, Admiral
I am?
Wreckage.
Oh no, okay, Wreckages.
We failed him for the last time. So
Yeah.
he force choked you, and now the less qualified guy takes over. And so it
Actually,
gets
Piet
worse.
was pretty competent. Ozzel was a fool.
All right. Well, I'm glad we established that. I'm going to declare the focus to be the dark times, the time immediately preceding the rogue suns colliding with Earth, in which 80% of the Earth's population dies.
Shouldn't it be after that collides?
Immediately succeeding.
All right,
it's
good.
late
Because
here.
I was like,
I've
if they
had a
die before it arrives, what happens when that shit arrives?
Wiped out the other 80% of what
The
it-
supernova is completely incidental. What actually happened was no, I'm just kidding. Yes, seceding, following, afterward, in chronological order between.
So what's the exact wording of this focus?
I'm clicking on it now.
Okay. I will keep the MDR alive, audience. Watch this shit happen. Even with 3 people desperately attempting to kill it and turn them all into mutants, I will do what I can to
I'm
destroy
just trying to
OMAP from
create
the shadows.
conflict. I'm not trying to kill your baby.
So is
You
this-
tried to turn them all into mutants, Virgil.
No, that wasn't me. I
You
said
let it
what
happen.
happened.
You set the scene.
You let it
You
happen.
let them in the door.
I was super curious as to where it would go.
I was strapped
Yeah.
to a table the whole time, so I wasn't allowed to be like, you know, these are the side effects.
Yeah, that was what I would like, is that I'd put in the science officer and the person the person that had been double, so like whoever could have.
Yeah, but Stephanie was
wedged
just
their
like,
way
yeah,
into
like the
hers.
whole time, I've already got all the data.
Yeah, it was like you had to fight for who got to choose what happened. Because
Yeah,
either
I mean,
one
that's
could
how
have
it
said
works.
Hey man, you can't pick yourself to be a background character and then drop knowledge bombs like that. That's not how that shit should work.
All right, the dark times. So everything has to be about this period of time, this event.
All right, and to start, I think following quite logically, I create the period, the Dark Times.
Sure.
Makes sense to everybody who is following along at home.
Is that like literally dark times, or is that just like?
Well, with all the nuclear warheads detonating, it probably is quite dark.
Yeah.
And,
Also, all of the medieval times have been turned off, so they're all dark inside, so they call it the dark times because everyone looking for entertainment can't find any.
So they resort to like blood sports.
and that all the 80% of the population was from Coliseum battles.
Thank you for the host, Riggs Gaming.
I'm so bored. Kill each other for me.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of a book? Fuck books. Give me Bloodsport. At first they started to do foam, but because of the nuclear apocalypse, foam became increasingly difficult to manufacture.
But guns and swords were available everywhere in America.
So they just started killing each other instead. For
Plastic
foam.
is difficult, steel is easy.
Yeah, so they were like, so foam is in short supply, so they kill each other for the foam in order to do non-violent blood sports. But then
Right.
they realized they could just like, you know, cut out the middleman altogether and go straight to blood sports.
I would hate to see if Dave ever became a leader in post-apocalyptic Australia. I'm pretty sure it would look like Mad Max, but worse.
No way, dude. He can be like,
If y'all are curious, you can go watch our Apocalypse World playthrough.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, that went.
I would fuck Thor because he would be basically a hot clown girl, and then I would give out free rides, or not free rides, in the Bilby.
Expensive rides.
Expensive rides in the Bilby.
All right, and I've created an event where city centers become a bloodbath of gang warfare over limited resources, and peaceful people flee to the countrysides.
So Night City. Okay. Basically, we're creating Cyberpunk 2020 right now. I like it.
Well, Dave, you're up. So if you want to make this cyberpunky, let's do it.
I don't know. The Geodudes sound kind of cyberpunky.
They just sound like they
Graveler.
they accidentally got infused with a diamond when the diamond just became alive. So that's a good point. Dark Times.
Now, Dave, I want to point something out to you.
No, you can't control what I do, bitch.
I'm not controlling I'm about to point something out in the rules to you. So the focus is the dark times, right?
Got it.
And in the spirit of that, I've created a period that's actually in the past, and a lot of people will probably do events and scenes that are in the past as a result. However, as long as the focus of what you do is about the dark times, it can actually happen at any point in the timeline.
Can they make a second Dark Times in the future?
No, because it's about this. It's about a specific thing. But you could talk about how an event happens where they talk about a scene, maybe. Like, for example, in the book, there is, you make the focus the sinking of a famous ship. A lot of people can do events and scenes around the actual sinking, but somebody else could also do a thing about, the museum piece about the thing. So I'm just throwing that out there so that you're aware that focus is a broad term. It doesn't mean you have to do something in that time period.
All right. I'm gonna make an event directly after the nuclear warheads detonate all over the world, and the supernova comes into effect. The minerals start coming up.
Yeah, the super diamonds.
Super diamonds and they actually are, for the most part, sentient.
Sentient diamonds.
So this entire time we've had sentient diamonds, and they have not come up at all.
No, they are part of the Geodude level 3s. Because remember, they had the diamond laser launchers on their shoulders. We just didn't go into it because we have very short.
What does this have to do with the dark times?
Well, they were birthed out of the dark times. They are like the shining beacon of positivity.
So then you would put it in the dark times, not under the supernova.
Yeah, this is
Just put it above move city centers to below it, right?
Like that. All right.
I can't wait to introduce the Gravelers. It's a new wave of technology to destroy the OMAP. They can't withstand our Graveler technology. It's literally a human evolution leap above previous Geodude technology. With our new super sentient linked, we have 4 linked super diamonds. Oh, wow, that's how I get around not having AI. The fucking diamonds are sentient. They're like... Thanks,
This really
Dave.
this really has genuinely become a very, very bad B-movie science thing. The neutrinos are evolving.
Yeah, they are.
That's the explanation in, 2012 or whatever. A scientist seriously walks in and says the neutrinos are evolving.
The neutrinos, sir. Mr. President.
They are
They are
evolving.
evolving.
Aye, caramba.
The device has been modified.
Look, I need you to put away your science boners for 1 second and appreciate the fact that we have gemstones and emeralds running around with super happy smile faces on them, alright?
Okay, I appreciate it.
I mean, I was going. You said it earlier, and I was going with it. I mean, that's why I threw in my
He was on
Geodude.
board.
I'm on board with people collecting all the types of, and like maybe rubies are like red because they're angry and they're like and they're all pouty and shit. Yeah, it's awesome. All right, whose turn is it?
Yeah, I'd like to imagine that like no one wears like jewelry anymore unless they're good friends with it.
Well, I mean, you can't cut jewels anymore.
You have to have
Like
permission from your jewelry.
you can't cut gems anymore because it hurts them, right?
Your earrings are just like, you're gonna wear me with that dress.
Fuck you, Stephanie.
Stephanie, do not put me on with that dress.
Stephanie, don't put me on with that dress, Stephanie.
Oh, that bitch did it. Unbelievable. And like, you know, when
Arthur,
you go
yeah.
to like propose to someone, you actually have to think about like the personality of the gemstone in the ring. It's like buying a dog for your loved one.
Buying a dog to break your love.
You know, it's like buying a dog that is sentient and has real feelings.
Yeah. I mean, whatever's the gemstone gonna do? It can't walk away. It just talks to people.
So it's slavery.
No, they're just gemstones.
No, they work together with the
You've made
geode.
them sentient, Dave.
Yeah.
Therefore, you've also created slavery.
I haven't done a single thing. I just want gemstones to have happy faces, man.
You see, this is how it starts. People want gemstones to have happy faces. They don't consider the implications, and you've created an entire slave race.
Yeah.
Okay, so AP Gaming, yeah.
Yep. The MDR uncovers pre-tech from the dark times developed by gemologist Dr. Stephen Rickman.
Gemologist.
Gemologist?
Yeah.
Linked sentient
Hello.
super diamonds, which can be used in
Gemologist,
real time
yeah.
to monitor changes
yeah.
to DNA. This is
That'd be a
rolled out.
geologist or a geodude.
It's a gemologist, obviously, to monitor the new changes to minerals and gems.
Geodude.
This is rolled into the military and later general populace as a race of symbiotic stones that create a link.
You know how hard it is for me to Google diamond with a face? It comes up with like the weirdest shit ever. Anyway.
Reversing harmful changes. Boom. And I put that underneath the MDR, taking bloodline purity seriously.
I googled sentient diamond and I didn't get anything that I wanted out of it. So.
All right. Well, you're up, gemologist Dr. Virgil Evinger.
Use real time to monitor changes in DNA. Oh yes.
So at some point during the dark times, that technology was uncovered, but then lost.
Okay. Okay, so it's gonna be in the darker times.
So you basically made like a metal detector, but for like, but for mutants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So mutant detected.
But it's just an adorable gemstone going, oh my
Yeah,
god!
so everyone's
is that
got
a
like
mutant?"
rings and stuff, and they're like, today, your genome is only 12% corrupted. If you visit a correctional facility today, we can begin restoring you to your original bloodline.
I imagine it's a lot like, what is it? That movie with, and they have to give up all emotions to be better people, more
Giver?
productive people. Was that?
The Giver?
No, it's a really old movie. And it has like the paladin in it, and he like shoots people. He's like,
What?
What?
yeah, hang on, I'll look it up. And they remove all art, and then there's like art liberation fighters. Oh yeah.
I feel like this is going to be a movie I actually know.
Equilibrium. There we go.
Oh, wow. Dave explains movie premises badly.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like this is going to be a movie I know, but Dave just explained it wrong.
Super X knows what I'm on about. Yeah. Was it
Paladin,
like
he
Paladin
shoots
with the
people.
shooting?
People can't have emotions.
Yeah, they take a drug that limits their emotional feelings and attachments.
Big Super X is the Dave Whisperer.
Yeah.
Let's see here. So I think it's going to be a scene under diamonds and other gemstones gain sentience. And it's going to be a question: how did people figure out the gems are sentient?
They just started
Good question.
screaming at them.
We are
How
the
did they get
crystal
mouths?
gems.
I
Basically, we just have the cast of Steven Universe show up and explain this one.
So are we gonna do fusion dances?
Oh, almost certainly, Graham.
Everyone, Graham.
Damn it! I am not Graham. I am a strong, independent black woman.
So, no. You know what? I don't know. I'm not even going to touch that one. You might be. I don't know. I don't want to judge.
I don't
Let's see
need-
here.
No, man.
Hands. Yeah.
Okay, so I can erase this.
Man, this isn't moving as fast as I thought it would.
How do people figure out that gems are sentient? Required an intelligent gemstone, Warlord Barracuda, Captain Barrel, the Jester, and 2-Ton Mike.
You have
That is more
5
characters
things
than-
and 4 players.
What?
Well, we can just have Wreckage play 2 people at a mass purple mass of
Yeah,
whatever.
there's literally 5 options and only 4 players, buddy.
Sorry. We'll cut out. I was thinking of humans. I forgot that the
You were expecting. Well, I agree with Virgil
I wasn't
here.
sure either that if someone was actually going to play the gemstone or.
I can play the gemstone. That's who I want to play. I want to be the player.
Well, I will be.
See, I follow along with
Barracuda.
that because gemstones don't have mouths. So you're also going to have to put in the event where they develop mouths. But you put that a few hundred
No,
years
they
after
communicate
they're sentient.
psychically, of course.
Okay.
You have to be mentally connected with the gemstone.
Oh, Lord. How is none of that...
Obviously, I'm
How is
Warlord
these-
Barracuda, also known as gemologist Dr. Stephen Rickman.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they're the same person.
Okay,
I don't know if they are. We'll figure it out. Probably not.
this would be pretty good.
Barracuda. All right, Wreckage, you're up next. Warlord Barracuda's been picked.
All right. I'll be the jester.
Dave is the intelligent gemstone, which makes
Yes.
me Captain Barrel. Where
Where
does this take place, Virgil? You didn't put that down.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Not so fast, Kaiba.
And
Nice, my dragon.
it takes place in takes place in
You mean you got so many colorful characters here, Virgil? I assumed you had a portrait painted in your mind.
No. Well, I don't know where would they be digging up. So I'm thinking,
It could just be the jewelry that they have that becomes sentient. They don't need to be digging, is all I'm
yeah,
saying.
no. I just don't know where. I think he just has Warlord Barracuda runs like a small city, and it used to be Chicago.
the small city of Chicago.
Well,
It's
most of
probably
it's
small
gone
now
now
that the
because of
nuclear fire
warhead.
has wiped everything out.
Yeah, that's where America was hiding all their nukes.
Oh, let me change.
It was
Sorry.
actually
The small,
Detroit.
irradiated wasteland of post-Chicago.
No, the nukes didn't blow up there. They got sent off and blown somewhere else. That's why no one targeted them. That's where the bombs were. Boom. Blew your mind.
Gonna be okay. So here's the thing, Virgil. You've been super unspecific about scenes when you place them. You're just like Chicago. So yeah,
Okay,
it could be
I don't know.
Warlord
Well, no,
Barracuda's
it's
command center
yeah. Okay.
in Chicago.
On the back of a fucking skeleton elephant.
What?
He's literally got a robo-skeletal elephant. It's just a elephant that has robotic armor plating. And
Yeah.
No, it's actually in a burnt out museum that they're raiding.
Ah, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, we start the scene. We probably have like a car that's like just part of the frame, the doors and like most of the paneling has been taken off, and there's no engine in it, and it's being pulled by horses because this is the dark times.
Yep, makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Or giant cockroaches, one of the two.
And yeah, Warlord Barracuda is sitting next to Captain Barrel, who's driving the horses, and the Jester is in the back seat. And I'm like, Captain, yes, this is the building up ahead. Yes, much wealth and is inside. You know, we need more materials, and there's precious metals inside this museum. You know, ancient golden artifacts. We need to melt these precious metals down and make sure we can control the economy of Chicago.
Sir, have you considered that no one gives a shit about gold anymore? I think that
Look, we're going to need to start remanufacturing these.
Sir, that's a really short-sighted view of things. I think
Aren't you
securing
Warlord Barracuda?
steel and food would be a better option.
Look,
Quiet, Jester.
Now-
Quiet.
this
Why am I along?
we
Why
have
have you taken
plenty
me?
of- Look, Jester, you're here because I like you. You make me laugh.
I backhand the Jester. Quiet, Jester.
Ah!
I don't want you questioning my decisions. I outrank you by at least 8 ranks.
All the ranks. You outrank me by all the ranks. I'm literally your slave.
You're not my slave. You're his slave. I don't believe in
I'm everybody's
slavery.
slave.
Look, until my blood is drained out of my body, everyone's my slave. Okay? Now we got plenty of teams going on canned food duty.
Drain
We're not gonna
blood
be-
out of
Duty.
We're gonna need.
Sir, did you hear that? That voice in your mind. That was so
I thought
weird.
I did hear someone say material goods. That wasn't you, Jester.
No, someone said duty, sir.
Hold on, duty.
Duty.
Well, that was not an echo, but I definitely heard it say duty.
Sir, I think it's
I
coming
heard
from
it say
over
duty
here.
too.
Okay, well, let's investigate. Hold on,
Let's send the Jester to do it.
Jester,
There's-
you just right in front of us.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
no way
I
the
did it.
Jester finding whatever this psychic communicating thing is could result in him becoming ultra powerful in some way.
It looks like you're just dangerous, and he'll take the brunt of whatever danger is there, and we'll be there to reap the rewards. Go ahead,
Of
and lead
course.
the way.
And that's when I pull out my P90 and I'm just like, plus if he does anything wrong, I'll shoot him in the legs.
Yep, exactly. Like, yep, I remember.
And then I like push him in the back with the gun. I'm just like, get going, Jester.
Do we have to explain every single time you've pushed me in forward that it's to take
Go
the brunt
pick
of the
up
thing?
whatever it is making that noise. Maybe it's that giant green gem over there that seems to be glowing with some sort of inner light.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Piece of machinery around these parts. As long as I can remember, it's got to be pretty well built. We've got to see what it is.
All right, well, okay, giant glowing green thing that I've never seen before. Please don't be radioactive at the very least.
I'm not.
Oh, I'm sorry?
I said I'm not.
I like back up like 30 steps.
Are you speaking to me, giant glowing green
I
thing?
flip the safety off and I keep pointing it at the Jester.
I'm still approaching. You don't need to shoot me. I'm approaching the giant glowing green thing.
Hold your fire, Captain.
Pick it up, boy. Pick it up. And let me
You're
know
the
if you
captain.
get any superpowers.
Yeah, I'll be sure to get right on that. Are you going to give me superpowers, giant glowing green thing?
No.
That
I
was
trust
really
that-
suspicious.
I trust that inflection completely.
Well, you should.
And the jester reaches over and picks up the large basketball-sized gem.
Don't hold me upside down.
I can't tell which way to orient you. Just tell me when I
The other way.
just tell me when I get it right. I'll just
Damn it,
slowly-
Jester, do what he says. We need to communicate with him.
I'm trying.
Oh, this is
Terrible at
better.
this.
All
Can't
right,
believe you
all
said a
right.
Jester to
Ask
do a
him
man's
who he
job.
is. And how he's communicating through the stone.
Who are you and where are you?
My name is Loud, and I'm a stone.
I'm sorry, you are a stone?
You know, Warlord Barracuda, I think I've figured out that gem is sentient. Said Captain Barrel, looking directly into the camera.
Ending the scene. Fade to black.
His
I'm
name is Loud.
I'm a
Is his
sentient
name Loud with like 3 O's and 5 U's? And an exclamation point?
It's low.
Zether! Excellent. That was
And the fate of the jester and the captain and the warlord and Loud would never be revealed.
His name is.
Oh, I
Load.
definitely shot you at the end of that scene.
His name is Load, as in the gemstone. Anyway.
Oh, his name
Okay,
is
so-
Load.
How did
Yeah.
people figure out that gems are sentient? Answer: annoying green gem thinks duty is funny.
Excellent. That's a good answer.
Gotcha.
So in my mind, this is my personal headcanon. I shot Jester and took the gem.
My personal headcanon.
In my mind, Load.
Just in case it gives me
convinced-
superpowers.
Convinced you that he should be the omnipresent ruler in Chicago.
Yeah, he starts making all the decisions for Warlord Barracuda.
I believe that people should be loved.
Okay, that sounds good. That checks out.
Everyone help the death fights. We're gonna cancel the death fights.
Okay.
Oh man.
So that was Virgil, right? So now we're back to Wreckage.
All right.
So this is your double tap moment, right?
Yeah, double tap. Jester becomes ruler of the earth. No, just kidding.
Jester is Jose from Coco. Jose.
That's what's funny about these story games is if you really want it to go in a direction and you get like married to that idea, you're like, okay, I will do whatever it takes. To
Yeah.
tell my story.
Like how you guys are so good at trying to kill the MDR, and I'm desperately trying to keep it alive.
I just want the gemstones to be a thing, man.
Keep the bloodline pure.
He just wants the living gemstones to be a thing.
Did you like my scene then? You got your chance to play the
Yeah.
first living gemstone to contact mankind.
His
Alright,
name
stop
is
making
Load,
such
and he
adorable
cares.
puns.
He cares a lot about duty. 'Cause
Yeah.
he likes putting a big duty in his load.
I was actually making a joke in real life, but then someone brought it into the game and it
Oh, really?
full retard. So and I was like, okay, I guess we're going with this now. I mean, like,
All right. I'm going to. All right. Let's see here. I, despite all things that make any sort of logical sense or reason, but following what we've established so far, I am going to create another period
It still has to relate to the dark times.
that still relates to the dark times.
It's called the darkest times.
The darkest timeline.
The darker times.
The darkening.
This is when our quantum
Brightest
decisions
morning.
are revealed. The dark times is when people discover that every anime that has ever was created has already been read and written by every single person.
oh man,
There'll be no new original material from Japanese animation.
every single talented like entertainment creator ever dies when the sun explodes, and no one else
Shit.
does.
Fortunately, Kanye West is left alive.
Becoming the only source of entertainment for the next millennia.
Vampire Kanye. Could you imagine how obnoxious that would be?
Kanye West in
Well, I'm just
Vampire
gonna
Story.
say
Kanye West in Zombie Story. Kanye West in Love Story. Kanye West in
It was the dark of times. It was the dark
Kanye
of
West
times. Then it became the darkerest of times.
that's when things were really dark.
Nuclear winter is coming. House Canada watches over the NORAD.
All right. So I add the period, the reemergence wars, and I add the event. After hiding for generations to avoid the chaos of the dark chimes, the gem civilization reemerges, placing a third piece on the chessboard between the MDR and the OMAP.
Oh
Motherfucking
yeah.
Motherfucking
Yes,
gas.
gem sentience. They sit inside fucking robots that they can control with their minds because they can't move any other way.
Well, before you do that, it's actually Virgil who gets to write the legacy for that one.
Damn it.
Yeah, so that was weird. Good luck, Virgil.
Wait.
You realize the
I-
three-way war really improves the
Kanye West.
MDR's chances of survival.
Hey girl, I wanted to make sure that you wrote in the notebook.
No one
What's
man
the-
should have all this
what's-
notebook.
What's that movie with Keanu Reeves? And it's like the same house on the lake, and they send messages to each other through a fucking.
Oh,
a
Sandra
fucking-
Bullock. Yep.
Yeah, what's that movie?
I don't think anybody cares.
For legacy, can I do something like gemstones make bad puns?
Yes.
Okay.
No, gemstones are adorable.
No, gemstones make bad puns is now canon that they
Damn
make
it.
bad puns.
The
They
lake
can
house.
never make it good. Yes, the lake house, but instead of Keanu Reeves, it has a fucking.
Kanye West. He keeps writing down new lyrics in the mail, and then he
Yes,
keeps getting messages back. They're like, "Please stop writing these.
Stop
They're
sending-
so bad."
But Kanye West is like, she's his muse, and he can't live without her. And when she works out that he is the rich and famous Kanye West, she's just like, okay, I'm alright with this now.
And that means that the lens power shifts to Dave.
We have finally
What's
reached
up?
the end of times. What is
Alright.
your focus, Dave?
My focus is going to be on the reemergent wars.
All right, we'll put that under focus.
Oh, hang on. Can I make anything a focus?
Yeah, you tell me. You can't make anything that's a no a focus, though.
Oh, I see.
No AI, no cultural loss, no escaping the planet. As much as I desperately want the MDR to rise into space and colonize the moon, which will now be renamed Luna in Mesoamerican fashion.
Well, why don't you just make it so that they fucking pull the moon towards them?
Destroying the planet.
Destroying the planet.
So that's
And
not
then, millions of years later, the planet naturally reaches equilibrium again. And
No, they
that
don't
is
colonize
end of
the
the
moon.
story.
They just pull the moon down onto their enemies.
Ah, the Chewbacca
Just
method.
the enemies.
Understood.
Yeah, all right. Let's do the reemergence wars because I can't fucking think of anything right now. So, where do I put this focus? Oh, there it
Focus.
is. Yep. Okay. So I can make a brand new focus, can I?
You
Like,
can do anything.
it
You're
does.
the lens.
Just tell us what focus you want. You keep saying
What do you wanna
reemergence
focus
wars
on?
and then flipping.
I didn't
I-
realize I had to pick.
I
thought-
made a dark.
uh,
I made the dark times up when I chose my focus.
Okay. No, let's go with the reemergence wars because that sounds cool. I like the idea of gemstones just coming out of the ground and being like, "We're sick of your shit."
That's going to be real bad because every single Mesoamerican Democratic Republic citizen is currently bonded with one.
Yeah,
In servitude.
they break.
I don't know if it's in servitude. They're friends.
I don't know. It's Dave gets to say gets
I
to make
know.
two things.
I know.
Okay,
This
so
thing is that they're all slaves and they break free. That's the first thing.
all right, so I'm gonna say that make butts as a focus.
Everything
Everyone
you
is super
discuss has to
obsessed
be
with,
about
like,
butts.
No,
My event is
so-
about Kim Kardashian.
Yeah. So I imagine that. So if all the gemstones, like the, what did you call them? Geodudes. Yeah.
Geodudes.
Yeah, they're equipped with gemstones.
All right.
So
So
Geodudes are the soldiers that have gemstones on them.
I imagine that they were biding their time, held in silence. Like the gemstones have not spoken in a long time, and they were biding their time. And once the MDR had created, exosuits that were suitable for their
Well,
control.
they started putting them in everyone in the population, right?
Yep. Every
So
single
they're to be
MDR
pure
citizen
humans.
has one of these stones now.
Maybe the stones take over whoever's been modified with them as like a host, and then they use the bodies as a host.
Are you saying that every MDR
citizen
person
becomes
is being
a
brain
weapon
controlled?
in the gem civilization. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't keep this. Can't keep the
You can't hold
concept
it together.
alive, no matter
You can't
what.
hold it together.
You literally put all the happiest gems in the world inside of human beings. So there's actually a fourth faction, the free gem, and the
I don't even know that there are. I think there's only 2 factions now because you've completely subsumed the MDR in
Yeah,
one.
I mean it's gone.
That's
That's fine. No, it's fine. I'm not mad that I desperately
how
just
to
want to
do
keep.
it.
I just want Mexico to win a war for once.
They
Actually,
did one.
Mexico's won a number of wars, so, but I want them to win this war, the war
all
against
right.
the
So
mutants.
no, here's actually what I want. Because I don't want to remove the MVR because I like that Arthur is so gung ho on them. I want the free gem, i.e., the gems that's not mentally and slaverily bonded with the MDR.
They're not slaves.
For
They're best friends.
No, no.
Says
He can
Arthur.
say they're slaves if he wants. It hasn't been declared yet on the board.
It has
Well,
been.
that-
They're bonded.
Yeah,
It
that
literally
doesn't
says
mean-
they're symbionts. Not slaves.
But where does it say they're literally symbionts instead of slaves?
It literally says they are symbiotic stones.
Symbiotic stones.
Yeah, get fucked.
Okay.
Symbiotic does not mean that is a willing relationship.
So here's what I will suggest then.
Is the leech a slave to the man that gets leeched?
So
No, but the man, if he's covered in
Symbiotic.
leeches, is a slave to the leeches. And also, that's not a symbiotic relationship. That's a parasitic relationship.
These people.
free gems and
I can't stop myself. I can't help it.
what did
I'm
you
a
say?
monster.
Bonded gems?
Do what?
Oh.
The frozen head of Kanye West.
I'd like the frozen head of Kanye West to be in focus.
I promise.
This is a great game of Microscope, and I'm going to let you finish.
Nope. Dave, why don't you
Okay.
just keep going?
The free gems and the bonded gems are to God, I don't know what to call them. Because free gems are like
Gems
know,
still in the ground or just hanging out
gems on
somewhere?
the grounds or, not mentally bonded with someone.
Okay, how about this? The Gem Nationals, because they're nationalistic about being gems.
What
Whereas
station are they from now?
the Gem Nation.
Alright, so hang on, before you guys start tainting my focus, because you always do this to me. You always taint my focus.
No, just write your focus. Don't even tell us. Just
Okay.
write it how you want it worded.
I mean, are you doing an event or a focus? I thought you already chose the focus as the Reemergence Wars.
Yeah, and I'm putting
Oh,
in
yeah.
trend.
Yeah, right.
I like how we're all so passionate about not letting other people do their ideas.
After hiding for generations to avoid the chaos of dark times, the gem
Destroy the
civilization.
MDR at all costs.
So this
Yeah.
is a pretty. This
I
is
want to
pretty
point out
cool,
I have
like, crew
fucked with
writing.
no one. I've only tried to cultivate the MDR. You guys have at every opportunity destroyed them.
I have not though. Really,
I
tried
literally
to
could have
keep
destroyed
in
them
the
when I
story.
was Lens, though. I really didn't. Like, I didn't even try.
I mean, they're actually my favorite character in the story, which is
I
why I
could've
keep
made-
doing scenes with them. Arthur.
I could have made
You know.
Focus 3 the fall of the MDR. I could have made the Focus 3 the death of the last member of the MDR.
Every
could've done
single event or scene would have had to be
So,
related
it
to
could
the
be-
death of the last person.
The death of the last person that can
How
remember
incredibly
the
specific
MDR.
would that be? He gets cancer, he dies.
No. It's not the last member. It's the person that can remember the MDR. Very last.
Wow.
The last
Wow.
person who remembers the last
Come
time
over
the
here,
MDR
children! I've got a story from the dark days. Grandpa's dead.
Scene done. Scene. And scene.
Uh,
Damn it.
What are the?
It's a hard time.
You guys are making it real hard for me to think here. I'm sorry.
It's okay, Dave. We're just here to have fun.
We like to have fun here.
We're just gonna make happy little events. There are no mistakes.
Let's put a happy little MDR there.
Viva la Mexico.
What did we call the other side?
OMAP.
OMAP.
The Organization of Mutant-Abled Persons.
Mutant abled.
Fuck that beats.
As I'm trying to think of the word. What do they call it? Where you use clothing, and what do they call it? Okay, got it. Got
You're
it.
writing Kill la Kill here?
Yes, I am.
People are clothing. Clothing are people.
After pretending to be clothes for millions of years, the clothes attack.
All right. So what do you guys?
I mean, that show literally was Attack of the Killer Tomatoes crossed with Dragon Ball Z. It's the whole premise of the show.
Okay, I'm done. Someone read it and tell me how dumb
Free
that is.
gems have risen up to try and free the bonded slave gems from the MDR, and the blatant use of gems within the OMAP as fashion objects. A free gem is a happy gem. Let's make all gems happy. So as you are the focus, you must also do a scene within that event now.
All right.
If you got a question.
I wanted a gem liberation front.
Gem Liberation Front!
Do they have
Yes,
berets
to make a plan.
with like
Little
gems?
berets.
Don't front on the top, not the front. Yeah,
Don't front on the front. Is that their slogan?
yeah, because they make bad puns. Remember?
Okay,
It's
what?
part of the lore.
Hang on. What was the pun on this set?
Don't front on the front is their slogan.
We are terrible at this game.
We're the worst. I think with the amount of fun I'm having, I'm the best.
Friendship is magic.
Friendship is magic.
You know, I have been working out inversely. Magic is actually friendship. Because if you have magic, everyone has to do what you say.
Oh, I'm excited about this gem scene.
I had a Pathfinder character once that had that premise. He was an enchantment wizard who was just like, alright guys, magic is friendship. Now we're going to do this. And someone was like, I don't want to do that. I was like, suggestion, you want to do exactly what I say? Hey guys! He was super creepy. Talk us through it, Dave.
Dave looks so happy he's finally getting his...
Break us off a piece of the remix, Dave. You gotta...
Dave's really getting his rocks off. Guys.
All right. What order is this in, by the way?
The bad puns continue.
What order is this in?
What do you mean?
The question that we want to answer, the required characters, and then the actors.
Yeah, but what order is the actors in? That's what I'm asking.
The order of the people. So it goes
You just put on
Dave, Arthur, Virgil, Wreckage.
Dave, Arthur, Virgil, Wreckage.
I expect this will be one of the least viewed playlists on YouTube.
Why? The Gem Liberation Front is a real thing. All right. How do the gems succeed in making the free gems a superpower in the world?
They're literally the red gem, the green gem, the blue gem, and the white gem. Nice naming convention, Dave. God, who do I want to be? All these different characters to choose from. Fuck,
Well, Dave, who the fuck are you?
I'm gonna be keeping in mind that.
Keep in mind that the
Obviously,
green
Green Gen is super annoying, so...
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the because I've been the green gem
All
before.
right, I'm gonna be the white gem. I'm gonna be super racist.
I'll be the blue gem.
All
And
right.
that'll make me the red gem, who, following Power Ranger convention, is also the leader.
Yeah. Okay. Put any names.
Where does this take place?
Just below the Earth's surface.
Okay.
Super well established.
Can we
Just-
say it happens under Chicago, perhaps? Underneath the
Just-
burnt out museum in Chicago?
Actually, you know what? Chicago is the base operations for it, but yeah. All the gems meet up just under the ground in Chicago.
Did they just like burrow around like a little mole?
Yeah,
Like a
the way
Geodude.
that they move without assistance
Geodude.
is like vibrating, right?
It took them hundreds of years just to meet up. That's why they have to reemerge.
Yeah, they're like ants. Takes them forever.
Meanwhile, just below the Earth's surface in Chicago.
Well, talk us into this, Dave. Walk us
Alright.
into the scene. What's it look like?
So the green gem is sitting there. He's been decorated many times. He's got war paint on him, tribal paint. He's got gold trimmings. He's lived a life as a warmonger, and now the time has come for the Gem Liberation Front, or the free gems, to come and take back what was rightfully theirs, the air above the ground.
Okay,
Green
so
Gem.
White Gem is there with a white cloak and a white hood, and it's just like, well, y'all, it's about time. I told you millennia ago we should have taken out those humans. Can't trust a human to do anything.
He's right. The blue gem's like all cracked and like broken and dirty. It's like humans just use you up and toss you out once they're done with you.
All right, Lapis Lazuli, you come over here. I'll have my boys take a look at you.
Thank you, son.
Green
What are you gonna-
gem,
What are you gonna do,
white
Red?
gem, blue gem.
Guys, what's going on?
I have called you all here as my most experienced and worldly of gems to help advise me as we make our reemergence and place ourselves on the chessboard of the world.
Well, as someone who has been up above and led the flesh bags into submission, I would honestly say that if we had a way to move around, that would be really easy to move around with.
I see. So, Green Gem, you believe our mobility problems are our greatest hindrance.
I
What
believe
say-
so.
What say you, Blue Gem?
You know, he's right. We're just too slow, damn it. I mean, it's just, tortoise speed all the time. If I could ride some kind of light, creature into battle.
You would be a
Against humans, I
shining
would.
example if you could ride a creature into battle.
Perhaps we need to turn not to the humans, but to the other animals and plants of the earth to join with us.
Interesting. White Gem. I know
Now-
you have great hatred for the meat bags. There are some of our people on the surface that have freely bonded with humans.
I may be just a simple pearl, but in my day, men dug us out of the ground and carried us around. We can use those gems that have been bonded with the humans, using their rings, their jewelry, their ice and bling. We can take control of their bodies using our superior mental telepathy and psychic mutant powers as gems super diamonds.
That sounds like a lot of work. I'm I'm thinking like army of gazelles.
No, don't worry, Lapis Lazuli. We'll get you fixed back up. Once we repatch you, you'll be strong enough to control the mind of any human child or woman desiring a ring made of blue stone.
Green, you have lived among the meat bags.
I have.
Do you feel that their minds are ripe and supple and ill-defended against our psychic ways?
I would say that they are very much in line with the crows. They like the shiny.
I see. I
If we if
see.
we if we make ourselves shimmer and make ourselves shine and put ourselves in positions where we can be found easily, perhaps dominating the flesh bags might be easier than we thought.
Interesting position.
Yes, all I had to do was glow a bit and talk about duty, and they were all in that shit.
Yes, we have all heard the story of the great finding.
Now, I may be just a simple backwater, deeply submerged pearl gem, but I have an idea the likes of which you've never seen. I think we can take Blue here and reconstruct him to look like the Hope Diamond, the most sacred gemstone of humanity. And with that, we can give him unto the leader of the MDR, the most hated Bin Laden family. And from there, he can slowly infect the minds of their entire family, turning those vile, corrupt humans against themselves, allowing Gem Kind to eventually take over the minds of every citizen.
He's
All
right.
we need to do is nudge each and every MDR citizen into needing to be linked with a sentient gem.
Interesting proposal. Blue, this is a highly dangerous mission that White has proposed. I would never order you to take such a mission.
I would.
Yes, but you're an
Red
asshole.
Gem.
White
like
Gem, I have a simple question for you before we make a final decision.
Yes,
I'm
Green?
waiting for Blue to heroically volunteer.
Yes,
Thereby-
Now, we're
Exactly
gems. We can wait a long time for answers.
exactly
this whole conversation probably took a week.
exactly how many people do you have, or gemites, or gemerlies do you have in your spy network? Because apparently you are very well informed for something that lives on the bottom of the ocean.
I have millions of pearls worn by numerous members of the Mesoamerican Democratic Republic.
I
It
knew
turns out pearls are very popular in North and Central America and also parts of South America, as specifically designed costume jewelry.
Some parts of Asia.
Unfortunately, I can't reach my psychic mind all the way to Asia. I'm only limited to about 2,000 miles or so.
But he's right. If we could get,
2,000 miles is like a state.
it's pretty good. But if we could get control,
Right, but if it's a network, so if I can contact one, I can contact from him.
Oh, I see. So you're just cut off. That makes
I can't
perfect
go
sense.
to Asia. Yeah, it makes perfect sense, Red.
I'm glad we figured that out.
we don't have
Blue,
a transatlantic connection, unfortunately.
Blue, as you have heroically volunteered and
It'd be
thereby absolved me,
trans-Pacific, Blue.
and thereby absolved me of any responsibility of the outcome should you die horribly, I greenlight this mission of controlling the MDR's leadership.
Now, Red, I think that's a bit offensive. Shouldn't you blue light the mission? I mean, you
I
green
red
light a
light
green.
This mission. I red light this mission.
I greenlight this mission.
I never learned what the lights are supposed to denote. Am I going anywhere?
White
say
is
that you
racism.
greenlighted.
Don't worry about it, son.
No. We just need the white light to actually denote this mission. then
In
we'll be
this
okay.
conversation, we have created racism amongst gems, but also politically correct terms. So we've advanced by what took the humans hundreds of years to go from racism.
Well, technically
to
speaking, this also took 100 of years to actually have this conversation. So
Yes, but in our frame of reference, it took mere minutes, so we're way out in front.
I see.
I'll white light this mission. Let's begin to have the gems succeed in freeing the gems and become a superpower in the world and possibly control the MDR as a puppet state. I don't know who
Hooray!
thought of that. A brilliant idea, if I say so myself.
Yeah,
I
and
was
all the little
so
pebbles
confused.
around us start to cheer.
Actually, this scene needs to take place like fucking hundreds of years ago. So like, let's move
It took, yeah, put that way back. It ended, yeah, no, it started in the dark times, but it ended in the resurgence, right?
Oh, perfect. Perfect. So, answer blue gem to pretend to be largest blue gem ever and be a gift for the MDR
Mm-hmm.
in order to make more mentally bonded soldiers for the use of the gem-ocalypse.
Jamocalypse. Jamocalypse is here.
Jamocalypse now.
I don't know if that's how you spell genocalypse, but we're going with it. There we go. Wow. What a
That circle should actually be under that, even if it took place back then as a joke. But I mean, this is just for organizational purposes.
Okay. All right. So it should go over here.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What the fuck?
Arthur has already written his event.
I like it.
Is someone trying to move this thing? Like,
All right, so my event is armed with the defensive mental and biological technoscience of the Gem Liberation Front. Mind-controlled MDR soldiers storm over the OMAP borders and begin the genocide of mutant kind. Fuck you, OMAP.
All right, are you done?
Yeah, that's all I get.
That's his.
You
That's
done
literally
fucked
the
up.
last action I take for the entire game. Fuck you, OMAP. All right, Virgil, you're up.
I mean, I could just wreck your shop right now because
don't
you didn't. You could have said finish the genocide of you.
Ah,
I
yep,
wanted
yep.
to give you. I wanted to give you a chance, man.
But you did
Hey,
it.
No,
hey,
I
Blake,
wanted to give
fair.
you a chance to
Who gets
fight.
to do the legendary thing in this one?
It's we're not
Who
there.
does the
You do-
legacy?
Yeah.
Wreckage, right?
Yeah.
Because he's the last.
So the gems basically win.
Okay, so I want to have a scene. I want to scene a
Event
event.
where OMAP is completely wiped out,
No,
ending their reign of terror.
Final battle.
OMAP like uses their mutant powers to medically biologically change the gemstones in some way.
They turn the gemstones into fused with people, thus beginning the Gem Wars. A group of 3 warriors known as the Crystal Gems take the forefront, led by a half-human, half-gem named Steven.
Still gems.
I honestly thought that you guys were gonna
Always save the day.
make like a fucking
And if you think we can, we'll always find a way.
rapper like bling reference in
That's
there.
why the people
Of this world, believe in.
Garnet, amethyst, and pearl. And
And
Steven!
Steven!
What?
Don't worry
Don't
about
worry
it, bro.
about it.
Tiger Millionaire, buddy. Tiger Millionaire.
All right, what's your event, Virgil?
All right, so hold on one second. I want to actually word it like this.
And I assume that every member of the MDR now wears a beret with their gemstone in it to be as close to their brain as possible.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But then there's the final battle between MDR and OMAP, which ends in 90%
battle.
casualties on both sides. Gems take full control of all humans on the planet.
Excellent. That would be why the stability of Earth's habitat post-extinction level event happens. Because humans aren't shitting things up anymore.
The gems go back to the earth, to the soil, where they live happily ever after.
Wreckage, you're up. You make the final event before the double tap and the legacy.
Wait, I get a double tap?
Yeah,
you
you get to do double.
Yeah, you get to do double, which
Double
means
Oh,
rainbow.
man, I get to
all
finalize this
across
game?
the sky. Well, the final move is made by Wreckage, but you get to make the first final move. The penultimate move.
well, legacy is not really like. I mean, yeah, kind of. I get to do And that's the story of how we survived the blah.
Our legacy is that the Bin Laden family remains in control.
Yeah,
The
no.
MDR reforms with complete and utter success throughout North and South America.
Gemstones become merely ornaments. Like their forefathers before the Great
A
Calamity.
long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, they become the Kyber crystals.
Yeah, they become the Kyber crystals.
Power the Jedi lightsabers.
Owner of a lonely heart.
Oh, there's a lot of waiting around in Microscope. Was it always like this in other games?
Dwarven Gangsters was serious as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dwarven Gangsters was awesome. We got like 2 sessions of it in.
I mean, like, was there a lot of waiting around when people like write things up?
Well, you might note that I'm pretty good at having mine ready to go because I think about it while other people are doing their stuff. And Eric's pretty experienced at it too, so he was ready.
Okay.
Well, that's a bad thing, though, Arthur. You're supposed to use what they say as a jumping-off point.
No, you were literally the one that said you get to do whatever you want.
It's true.
And yes,
but
sometimes I have changed what I'm going to do to reflect what other people have done,
Okay.
but I have an idea of what I'm going to do moving forward. Wow, the use of tense
usually
in
don't.
that was horrible.
Without human enemy to fight, gemstones develop the same prejudice and biases amongst themselves as once plagued humans.
Obviously,
Yeah.
the white strike first. Not to be racist or anything, but they're pretty paranoid.
All right, now you double tap it, Dave.
It's like, I'm not a racist, Pearl. I'm just paranoid about all the other
Make a
colors.
period with a nested event or an event with a nested scene.
What does that mean?
So you
you do
either
two
make
things.
you have to put 2 things inside of each other. So you either make period event or event scene.
You do, a bigger thing and then a littler thing under it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna say like all the established buildings and stuff collapse, and it basically looks like the planet is uninhibited and inhabited.
Why does that happen? Is that an event or a period?
The period is. I'm gonna make the period. It's gonna be called a period. It's gonna be called. God. Nature takes control. Yeah.
Okay. Does this happen at the dark times or something? No, it couldn't, because it's just focusing on the reemergence wars.
Cameras.
This is after the reemergence wars.
Maybe this is the end of the reemergence wars. This is
Yeah.
like this is the gems surrendering to their nature.
Just returning to solitude. Wait, did I turn it
Become
off?
gem monks, following the gem way. I really like the idea that blue becomes the second hope diamond. Finds freedom and happiness throughout the world. It's a giant cursed diamond that occasionally kills people that own it. Virgil's just like, yep, I kill anybody that owns me.
Yep. No one can own Virgil.
If they try to rust, he'll bust that. Go in, grab for the money, run for one of your aunt's cribs. Borrow her
just
damn
drive
dress
that
and
fucking
one of her
crib.
blonde wigs.
Alright. Nature takes control again of her planet after humans wipe each other out with their greed.
Alright, now you have to put an event inside that.
Okay, the event will be a mysterious ship enters the outside and then tie into Star Wars. The Alta Loki steps into the outside of the planet formerly known as Earth.
This is a non-canon
like-
episode.
Like, this isn't Arugula 5, is it?
No.
I'm afraid not, sir.
Damn it, we went to the wrong planet.
I
Alright,
sense a
leaving
presence
again.
I've not felt since.
Wow, there's like a million kyber crystals just under a slight layer of Earth.
What is this, Chicago?
Hello, computer.
Hello. Is it me?
Nature
you're
takes
looking for?
control.
All right. So yeah, part of this, guys, to speed things up, part of it is about like talking things through. Like right now, Dave is actually saying what he wants to put down. There are a lot of times where you guys are just writing things down and not talking.
Yeah.
That talk it through. Fuzzy math. Fuzzy math. Got a fuzzy
Yeah,
number.
well, most of the time I'm just kind of sitting there, like, thinking really hard. Being like, let's see what's gonna fit good.
No,
Okay.
that's your problem, Virgil.
Sure.
You think. You must be in the now. Keep your mind in the here and now.
All right. Does that make
My
sense?
Padawan learner. Yep.
Good.
All right. Well, it's up to Wreckage to make the literal last move of the game. What is the legacy? He's already writing one out. It involves the
Legacies
word
and-
butts over and over again.
Gemstones make
Butts,
bad
butts,
puns.
butts.
God, I can't believe that's a fucking legacy. All right.
What's the legacy?
Gemstones make bad puns.
Well,
I was hoping that it would kick
True.
us off on some more bad puns, but we didn't really get a lot in.
It's hard to make puns when you're talking to other gems.
I know, there wasn't a lot of
did
opportunity.
we lose Wreckage?
I'm here. The
All
legacy
right, here's
is
the legacy.
the legacy is that somehow humanity rises up again and forms, because that was how it was supposed to end, but we didn't get there.
Excellent.
The legacy.
Maybe they have to evolve from monkeys again, but it takes a while.
No, the legacy is gems are people too. They have all the same
People are
problems.
gems.
They have all the same problem.
They have all the same.
They
We
make bad
should-
puns just like us, guys.
Now,
Just like-
Red, I definitely take offense to your assertion that gems are like people. We're a superior species, united by the grand superiority granted to us by the Mother Earth.
And the crystalline.
The only dissension in this conclave is what you brought in the door with you. I make an immediate move to ban all of the Reds from this gathering.
The crystal lattice of my blue gemstones correlates greatly with this. I agree.
You okay, Spencer?
Agree.
he tries to make a jump thing and just stops and says angry.
Are you okay?
Oh god. All right, legacy's been
I'm glad
chosen.
that was funnier than any joke I actually could have made, Rick.
Well, it's because it's so multi-layered. Because he's trying to be like gems are superior, and then this other guy tries to make a gem thing, but then he's just like, whatever, I agree. Oh, it's late. Oh god. For the
All right,
love of God,
audience,
please.
let's give a hand to Dave, Virgil, and Wreckage.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah, thanks
Thank
for
you
watching.
for-
Thanks for joining
for-
us.
powering through that.
Yeah, that was not what I expected it to be.
I mean,
If
I got
you
a lot
made
of
it to
giggles.
the end of this video, just leave a comment in the YouTube comment section letting us know how much you hate Wreckage.
Yeah, no, just let us know who you think ruined the episode. That's what I think.
Wow, actually, yeah, that's really good. Although it's my YouTube comment section, so it's all going to be me, of course.
If you guys could point to the exact moment where you think everything went wrong,
It's out. When I typed the word Geodude, right?
I know the exact moment.
When
It's
Dave's
when-
face appeared on the screen. Boom!
When I fucking sat down, I'm like, all right, when all the world's powers use the minerals, and you're like, pick one, and I'm like, fine, Mexico, and then it was.
that is one of the points. Like, I think up until that point, it could have been recovered. Personally, my vote is for when Sex Buddha suggested that.
Oh, yeah, the meth.
Yeah, like as soon as, because then there was no way Arthur wasn't gonna do a really over the top Mexican accent.
You
Also
were going to
with meth.
say offensive.
I was gonna say offensive, and it is pretty offensive.
It's like, because I trust the accuracy of that word.
It's offensive because it's accurate. Oh god, no. Oh man, there's a lot of points where we lost.
Wow, I just want to say, chat has literally dropped the bomb because let's see who made this. A wreckage.
of wreckage.
Oh,
fuck.
oh, wow,
Wow.
wow.
Thank you so much, Tice. I wouldn't have thought of that of myself because I'm not a dirty pun warrior. But I appreciate the effect that
in you.
slowly putting my glasses
on.
on.
Slight coloration of jade.
Boo.
Oh.
Alright. Oh man. Well, I had fun near the end when I put a face on a gemstone. That was my shining moment.
Well, I'm glad we got to do with 4 hours of content to give Dave 5 seconds of happiness.
yeah,
We literally gave our entire night to entertain Dave, and the viewers had to watch too.
Christmas night.
Christmas night, all to entertain Dave because he's got nothing to do before his flight to Poland.
Yeah.
Totally worth. I'm gonna go watch some Christmas movies, guys.
Yeah, this is our Christmas present to you,
Claymation
Dave.
ones?
Die Hard. Die Hard.
Which movies? I'm curious, genuinely.
I don't know. We've watched most of the ones we have. I kind of want to watch A Christmas Carol.
Or at least watch Santa's Sleigh starring Stone Cold Steve Austin as Santa who murders people.
What?
Yeah. Okay, I used to review movies for
Okay, I'm gonna close the stream down
All
right now.
Okay.
Folks
Bye,
at home don't
everyone.
need to hear this discussion. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.
Good night.